once Squidplumber is off stage, SmashBros has way more opportunity to step out that recovery.
Oh, definitely.
He's dead.
Like, a Belmont off stage, not a good place to be.
Nah, that's free. But let's see if Squidplumber can just maintain that stage. We're starting off small battlefield, very neutral. And SmashBros, of course, taking first blood here. First strike, and he's off stage. He's dead.
Oh.
Never mind.
Never mind, we do have that tether grab able to recover. However, SmashBros does seem to be looking for a lot of these nairs, and yet another misplaced up B from Squidplumber, and then going to be getting that third one that we see, but these Zairs coming out in fashion, air dodging away, still getting hit by the, I forgot the name for it just now, my mind blank. But that charged F smash going to not be disrupted by the cross either. The axe coming and the holy water as well, looking for this edge guard. As we were saying earlier, a Belmont at the ledge while you are off stage is a scary thing to behold.
Yeah, but now he's at the ledge too. Great use of the holy water, actually just under the ledge to allow him to get back. He throws the cross over there. No confirm into anything. We're seeing more DPs out of Squidplumber than we saw Ken.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that he potentially has that at his disposal, especially now that SmashBros is at the ledge, going to be sending out that holy water, the PK fire as well, coming out from SmashBros, trying to look for this, the axe coming out as well in order to disrupt some of his momentum, but those Zairs and the F throw actually going to be taking first blood for SmashBros.
Always surprising how that Zair has so much range. It's just a little shorter than that whip, and right there, the back air. It's an even game of 2 stocks.
Absolutely, going straight back to 0%. I do like the use of the Zairs coming out from Squidplumber. He knows that or rather from SmashBros, because he knows that he wants to have Squidplumber off stage as quickly as possible. Perfect parry for the holy water, actually going to be sending it to the other side, and what a beautiful cross confirm into the nair for Squidplumber. Going to be sending out the axe yet again, trying to disrupt SmashBros' timing as well. Going to be sending out the holy water to do that, and the axe and the cross coming out too.
Okay, great drag down from the nair into the down air. And what do we see right here? Once again, I think Squidplumber is making a really novel use of that up B there to just challenge out of shield. And of course, SmashBros is trying to set up there with the up smash, but both of them missing theirs. A great roll back. Huh. He caught the holy water.
Yeah, you can catch it. It's pretty cool. And then when you catch it, you're actually able to use it against the Belmont that you catch it from.
Well,
so,
that's rude.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And you can never, I mean, you can't, it doesn't affect them otherwise. So you have to catch it if you want to be able to use a resource like that. And that was the first time that we saw SmashBros do it. However, doesn't seem to need it very much, especially when you have that PK Thunder to chase Squidplumber off stage. Yet another stock going to be going to SmashBros.
Something that Squidplumber has to remember is that, yes, usually you do want to be at that horizontal overlord to recover as Belmont. But because SmashBros is always going to chase with the PK Thunder, you might as well just take the hit near the top so you can still have that distance to fall.
Yeah, I'm not quite certain why he went for an up B there, because SmashBros being at that other side of the stage, it didn't really force him into that position. However, that was a very good tracing done by Squidplumber, able to follow up with the cross in order to make sure that SmashBros didn't overextend in order to take that stock.
All right, but back at the ledge. Looks like we got that Zair into the dash attack confirm. He's, okay, managed to tether recovery just in time to avoid the PK Thunder. Sets up the cross, forces the jump, and this is exactly what Belmonts need to do. They need to force options.
He forced the air dodge as well, which is really important to be burning that tool from SmashBros. Speaking of tools to be burned, off stage, still able to recover, no punish from SmashBros, which is surprising to see, but still going straight for that up B. Going to be punished instead. Going to be right off stage. The PK Thunder sending him right back to the stage though. And now SmashBros trying to find any sort of aerial that he can. The holy water coming out the back airs and the nairs. Going to be getting the dash attack instead as he air dodges away to avoid the cross.
He's not out of this yet, but he did get caught jumping into the forward air, and that's SmashBros' first game.
Yeah, game number 1 going to be going to SmashBros, as it seemed to be that I think, so number 1, his first stock that he took was an edge guard that was going to be Squidplumber, who was like unfortunately caught by the PK Thunder. And as we said, that was going to be really instrumental to like taking advantage of his recovery. However, there were other times where I don't think that Squidplumber was putting on as much as he needed to. There were a lot of missed up Bs that put him in really bad spots as well. And I think that that's where SmashBros really capitalized.
Something that Squidplumber really should focus on as well is I did notice when SmashBros is actually starting to catch on to a lot of the Holy Water. When he caught the Holy Water, I'm like, he knows exactly when it's going to come out. He's not going to be caught by this. And it wasn't really forcing situations like the cross or the axe. So you might as well just kind of hop in place and throw out these fares, the bears, and start to pressure at that mid-range distance instead of using those B tools that he has.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that that's a really important thing to point out, because when you have so many tools at your disposal, as a character such as Richter is apt to have, it's so important that you are using all of them in order to stifle your opponent as much as possible. Getting a bit of a berry there for SmashBros into the F throw, coming out with the PK Fire, not enough to take it, being disrupted by the Nair as he finds the fair over the Holy Water.
Oh, he missed the tether grab, which was quite unfortunate. Has to up B back to stage. Does make it back, but now we're seeing that kind of mid-distance range there come from the whip. But once again, he kind of throwing out these tools preemptively rather than setting things up.
Yeah, I mean, I think that he has the right idea when going about it. It's just that SmashBros has found those sorts of maybe more linear game plans from Squidplumber, and that's why he seems to be avoiding so much of it. What you can't avoid, though, when you are Belmont, is that PK Thunder off stage. So that is going to be first stock going to SmashBros yet again.
And SmashBros is now catching on to that. Oh yeah, I can actually recover a little bit of health from that Holy Water.
No, and I think that's so important, but what a well-placed axe from Squidplumber, going to be taking that stock away from SmashBros pretty quickly. Not going to be letting that game get too far away from him, but when you are off stage getting dared by SmashBros, that is not where you want to be. Yet another stock going to be going to SmashBros.
He was on stage too. He wasn't even off. But there we go, manages to get back, and he just cannot get this distance that he needs to play at his range. Trying to set up there. Back air, good parries, and once again, running back to ledge, not really the safest place as we saw there with the bear into the bear confirmed that killed. And right now, SmashBros is in his head. This might be it.
Oh, still able to recover with the up B. However, that PK Fire sending him off stage, forcing him to tether recover. More Holy Water, rather, coming back out as we are looking for that up smash. SmashBros coming out instead with the Zairs, just really keeping Squidplumber on his back foot, able to use his dash attack, finding something, just looking for any potential edge guard. However, Squidplumber still at a one-stock deficit. There is a lot that he needs to be doing, sending out the cross preemptively in order to put him straight up, and that is not going to be the up smash that he wanted.
But there we go, we got the dare into the fair. Not the sweet spot, but forcing the grab out of shield. Another cross into the axe. Where's that down smash? All right, forward tilt at least connects. Trades with the up smash though. And SmashBros catching the Holy Water, it is out of commission.
It is gone, and that is something so important that we've seen more. Okay, Holy Water into up smash, that is absolutely something that we needed to see sooner. At 98%, Squidplumber has to play a perfect stock if he wants to take this. And when you are off stage as Belmont, that is so difficult to do. Squidplumber going to be trying to get back to the center as he does. However, that PK Fire and yet another fair coming out from SmashBros to take game number 2 over Squidplumber.
It never feels good to have your own tools used against you, especially with that Holy Water when you're like, I got SDI in, and then you get fared.
No, it's really unfortunate because you don't get it back until it's gone. So really good on SmashBros for being able to catch stuff like that. You know, that is such an important tool to a character such as Belmont for its ledge trap, for his edge guarding abilities. It's really good for him. So then for SmashBros to just go and take it says a lot. And it says he's bold too, to just say, no, I got it. It's mine now. Yeah, it's like this tool that you usually use to like win neutral, it's gone now. But right now we're back to Hollow Bastion. Looks like Squidplumber really liked that monoplat, like the space that he can control, but SmashBros is not letting him get away with anything. Zair, into dash attack. Nice 37%, not too bad, and Squidplumber fighting back even at even. Yeah, going to be fighting back for sure. As he finds himself off stage, the cross and the axe coming out, that Holy Water going to be bouncing off of his shield, and that up B is going to connect on the upper platform. Definitely going to be looking for something, but no dice. Unfortunately, Squidplumber off stage as he's able to find that back air, the axe, and the cross, really changing up his direction, and exactly what we want to see from Squidplumber, going to be getting that stock straight through the Holy Water.
Oh, that was very scary. Avoids the PK rockets. Another cross confirmed into nothing. SmashBros floating away just a little too much. Really good direction there. And another up B calls it out. And he's back at ledge. Not exactly where Squidplumber wants to be at the moment. And it's an even stock game with 2-2.
What I think that Squidplumber wanted was he wanted to get that up B while the cross was out, knowing that SmashBros would be trying to avoid it and then getting the up B. He just mistimed it. Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly it.
Yeah, but anyways, coming back down with the Nair, we do see rather a connected up B coming out, and yet again going to be putting a bit more damage. The air dodge coming out in order to avoid the cross from Squidplumber as he is forced to recover. Going to be sending SmashBros to the other side of the stage. Yet another air dodge as he is burning these tools at his disposal. Squidplumber finding that holy water and the up B, continuing to put pressure onto SmashBros. He's not even approaching SmashBros himself. He's just finding these ways to get those stocks. But speaking of stocks, SmashBros going to be finding it and taking it instead. I think Squidplumber was relying a bit too much on the cross to do his heavy lifting there. But while he was off stage, or while he was at the wrong side of the ledge, SmashBros was just able to push that ticket to take the stock.
Something that I'm a little disappointed in Squidplumber's game plan right now is he is kind of throwing out a lot of these, hey, the cross is right here, you got to avoid the axe as well. But when SmashBros is scared in shields, he's opting instead, even when he's close enough to get a grab, to just kind of throw out that whip. Instead of getting the grab, maybe a back throw or a forward throw. That close to ledge, that would kill at 150.
That's a really good thing that you mentioned, because unfortunately that has been a pretty gaping flaw in Squidplumber's gameplay up to this point. A good nair from the center of the stage, and you can really see him utilizing the monoplat. As we mentioned earlier, this is something he definitely wants, waiting for the overextension from Squidplumber, or rather from SmashBros as well, as he air dodged in, going to be using the holy water for himself now. But finding that instead, the air dodge, unfortunate from Squidplumber, as he's able to send SmashBros off stage. Going to be air dodging and putting him into shield. The axe coming out as well, waiting for a slow recovery, but tethers with the Zair and bouncing off the holy water from his shield. He is going to be sending him off stage. The up B coming in, as well as the tether, going to be stalling that out.
All right, 2 axes, none of them connect, and he's not able to get any sort of down smash forward tilt. This might be curtains for him. Oh, but he has a double jump. He misses the tether recovery, and SmashBros wins 3-0 over Squidplumber and moves on to top 8.
What a big win for SmashBros as well, because, I mean, towards the end, you could see Squidplumber